Hello, Stampers, and welcome to Kylie's Demonstrator Training Blog Hop for October. For this blog hop, we are going to do a thank you card, and I'm decided I'm going to use Harvest Nature's Harvest bundle, and it comes with a really nice stamp set, and then some dies that you can cut out and some sentiments. And this is the DSP that comes with it. And as you can see, it's some beautiful paper and some, the colors, Clips of Coral, Bumblebee, Mint Macaron, Soft Succulent, Misty Moonlight, and Crumb Cake. So we're going to go ahead and use this and make a card. So I'll just set this aside. And we've got my bits here cut out. And we're going to start with a card base that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I've taken another layer that's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and I've run it through the time-worn embossing folder. This is a beautiful folder. I love this folder. I use it a lot. So then we're just going to run and lay that on top. And then I'm going to take some of the dies here, and I'm going to cut out one of these for now, and I'm going to cut that out in the Bumblebee. So I'm just going to I'll be right back. I just have to run it through the embossing, through my my embossing machine. And hopefully I've done this. There. It looks delicate, but it's not too bad to get out. Just take your time and it'll slowly come out. There. So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to just lay that in here. And then I'm going to stamp the flower from the stamp set. And I'm just going to mount that onto a block. And while we're here, I'm going to stamp a thank you from here. And I'm going to put it on one of these. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of basic white and stamp it in tuxedo black, because I'm going to be coloring it with stamping blends, and their alcohol and the tuxedo black and the alcohol don't run together, so this is a good one to use. Okay, so then we're just going to stamp it on here. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment in early espresso, I think, just for a little bit of contrast to it. So I'm going to stamp this with early espresso. And I'm going to stamp it first, and then I can cut it out, and it'll be easier to cut out that way. I'll clean these later. Okay, so we're going to color this, and my colors I'm going to have chosen are light saffron, dark daffodil delight, light and dark old olive, and I'm going to use bronze as the flower center. So we'll go ahead and use the bronze, and I'm just going to color the center of the flower. Okay. Then I'm going to take the light daffodil, saffron, sorry, and just give this a quick little color. And I like to use this light one first and then kind of soak the paper so that they'll blend better. So then just give this another quick little coloring. And just do this one as well. And then I'm going to take the dark daffodil delight, and I'm just going to do some of the highlights in here. Just here and there, just to give it a little bit of color. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with my light saffron and just blend them a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to take the dark old olive, wrong end, and then just color the stems a little bit. Just give it a little bit of highlights. And then go in with my light old olive and just blend them in. There, I think that's good. Okay, so then we're going to die cut that out with using the die for the flowers. And I'm just going to cut it out on my embossing machine again. And there, and we've got this cut out now. Poke out the little bits. And that's going to go on our card. We just about like this, right over top of here. And then I think we'll go ahead and start mounting stuff. So we'll take this, and I'm going to use my liquid glue and glue this layer on. I like using the liquid glue. It gives you a little bit of wiggle room, and especially if you're using an embossing folder, it seems to get into all the little dips and whatnot. So then we'll just apply this onto the card. Whoops, I did not check to see if this is upside down or not. Oh, I'm good. There are words in here. They're a little bit hard to find, but there are some words in here. Okay. And then I'm just going to glue this on straight to the card. And just with a little bit of glue on here. And we'll just kind of position that something like that. Okay, and the flowers I'm going to mount with dimensionals. I've got some large ones and some small ones. I see a missed piece. And some small ones. And just remove the backing. Okay, and then I'm just going to position that kind of like that. And then I've got a couple of pieces of, where did the other one go? There it is. Of designer series paper that I'm going to just layer across here, like something like that. But I'm going to just cut the edges on an angle. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And I'm going to put that across there, and this one just a little bit higher. And I think for that bottom one, I'm going to add it with dimensionals. So we'll put that one down along here. And this one I'm just going to mount just a little bit like that. And I think I'll pop it up as well. Maybe just the one end. Let's see. No, I'm going to pop up the other one as well. And one more in the center, just so it doesn't sag. Just kind of like that. And then I'm going to take a piece of the baker's twine in the dark, what is it? Crumb cake, I think. And I'm just going to tie a big bow on here. Whoops, that didn't work. Try again. Just kind of something like that. And then I'm gonna cut this kind of like this. Shorten that just a little bit. And then my scrap of, oh, there it is, my thank you note. I'm just going to, oops, I got some glue on it. I'm going to run it through with a tag, make a tag out of it. So I'm just gonna position this, see if I can get it straight on here without getting my head in the camera. And I'll just tape it down. Are you straight? No. There, that's not too bad, I don't think. So then I'm just going to cut this out. And I'm just going to mount this on top of the twine with some glue dots. I think I'll put some small ones on it. And then just position that on top. Oh, this isn't going to work. Maybe I'll just put a little bit of glue on here. And just make some loops. Let's see how that looks. There. And that looks good. And then for some bling, I'm going to be using some of the brushed metallic gems. And I think I'm going to use the gold ones, or the kind of brassy looking ones. Then I'll take my take your pick tool, and I'm going to put one about here, and a small one, come on, here, and another small one up about here. Okay, so I think that's good. What do you think of my card? Okay, so now hop over to the next person in line and have a look at their card. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye for now.